Class 7th. Subject English. Chapter 2.3 Teeny Tiny English Workshop. Question 1. Describe the teeny tiny woman's house using details from the story and your imagination. Answer. The teeny tiny woman had a very small house. It was suitable for the teeny tiny woman. The stairs of her house were very small. Her bed, cupboard, and other things in her small house were very small. Clothes too were tiny. Question 2. Read the following sentences and fill in the blanks. The teeny tiny woman lived in a teeny tiny house in a teeny tiny village. The teeny tiny woman went out to take a teeny tiny walk. The teeny tiny woman went into a teeny tiny churchyard. The teeny tiny woman found a teeny tiny bone on a teeny tiny grave. The teeny tiny woman put the teeny tiny bone into her teeny tiny pocket. The teeny tiny woman went home and put the teeny tiny bone into a teeny tiny cupboard. The teeny tiny woman was awakened by teeny tiny voice from the teeny tiny cupboard. The teeny tiny woman was a teeny tiny bit frightened. The teeny tiny woman said in her loudest teeny tiny voice. Question 3. The word teeny tiny is a compound word, that is, a word made from two words. Words like teeny tiny are mostly used in formal language, children's stories and songs, folk tales, etc. Write other words like teeny tiny. Answer. Incy, wincy, tick tock, flip flap, hickory dickory, chit chat, crisscross, ding dong, bow wow. Question 4. Use the list of adjectives you have made in the activity on page 44. See if you can write funny or meaningful sentences using one or more of these adjectives. For example, a big red ant found a big red grain of corn in a big red house. The little silver fairy cut the little silver paper with little silver scissors. Answer 1. A small green parrot found a small green chili in a small green plant. 2. A fat round pig ate a fat round pumpkin from a fat round basket. Question 5. Think of a repetitive story about an old woman from your mother tongue. Try to translate it into English. Answer. In old times, there was an old woman. She lived in forest and she had a daughter. But her daughter was grown and lived in her husband's home. The home was very far away. One day she wanted to go to her daughter's home. She made a gift for her daughter and she left to go to her daughter's home. She walked and walked. Suddenly, she saw a wolf in her way. The wolf said, I want to eat you. The old woman said, Don't eat me. I am going to my daughter's home. There I will eat food and I will be fat. You should eat me on the way home. The wolf said, Okay, go. The old woman walked, and suddenly she saw a lion in her way. The lion said, I want to eat you. The old woman said, don't eat me. I am going to my daughter's home. There I will eat food and I will be fat. You should eat me on the way home. The lion said, okay, go. She walked, and suddenly she saw a tiger in her way. The tiger said, I want to eat you. The old woman said, don't eat me. I am going to my daughter's home. There I will eat food and I will be fat. You should eat me on the way home. Tiger said, okay, go. So the old woman went to her daughter's home. Her daughter was preparing a pumpkin to cook. The woman said, my daughter, the animals in the forest want to eat me. The daughter said, I am preparing a pumpkin, but we will not eat it. We can use it to cover you. After a happy time with her daughter, the old woman said it was time to go to home. The daughter put the pumpkin over her mother and said, now you can go home. She walked and saw the tiger. The tiger said, tell me, did you see an old woman? The pumpkin said no. The tiger said, okay, goodbye. She walked and saw the lion. The lion said, did you see an old woman? The pumpkin said no. She walked and saw the wolf. The wolf said, did you see a old woman? The pumpkin said no, and hurried to her house. When the old woman go to her house, she took off the pumpkin and ate it. This is how the old woman saw her daughter and didn't become dinner. Question 6. Discuss and write briefly. What you should do when you find something in the street. Answer. If I find anything in the street, I would think carefully before I touch it, because it might be dangerous to touch or lift an unknown thing. So I won't touch it, though it is attractive or valuable. I will advise others to resist temptation. What could have happened when the old woman said, take it? Answer. The bone must have come out of the teeny tiny cupboard and must have flown to the grave.